Hey guys, happy Halloween. It is Wednesday, October 31st, and I am here to do a quick Halloween tag. I will be coming back to do a Vlogtober number 31 separately. I did not want to combine the two just because I'm going to kind of probably ramble on about a few other things in the Vlogtober video, but I wanted to just do the tag separately. It is only 20 questions. I did not go for the 31 just because I didn't really think that I had 11 more questions that I don't know, were really Halloween worthy, I guess. I picked out like what I thought were the best out of some of the tags and lists that I had seen, you know, on YouTube and the internet and that kind of thing. So I'm just gonna run through these a little quickly. I'll probably go back at a later time and list the questions, and I know that today is Halloween, so it's kind of last minute, but please feel free to comment below and you know, give me the answers to the questions there if you would like, or do the tag yourself. Even if it runs into a day or two later, that's fine. It's perfectly fine. It's my fault that it's late, so if you'd like to participate, then just jump right in. But let me go ahead and get started. So with this Halloween tag, again, there are 20 questions. First question is, what is your favorite Halloween or scary movie? So we're gonna go back a little bit, and I have a couple answers actually, because you know, it's really hard for me to ever pick just one of anything. Very indecisive that way. So I actually have 3 answers. But the first one is truly my favorite Halloween movie from when I was a child. There was a movie that used to play on HBO all the time, and I waited for like fall weather and end of September, October to hit because HBO would play it over and over. And it was called The Worst Witch, and it was like, it was so funny, and looking back at it now, it's so cheesy. I actually found it on YouTube a couple years ago and like rewatched the whole movie. It's so funny to see it now after all these years and see how like kind of cheesy the effects and things are, you know, compared to like what they do these days. Because you gotta imagine, like, I don't remember now, but this had to be done back in the at least the 80s, if not before then. I can't think of her name now. I think she just recently passed away, but the lady who played Mrs. Garrett on The Facts of Life, she was a witch on there, and I think she played 2 parts. I think she played like her evil twin sister, and then she also played like the headmistress at the school. It was like a girls' school, like a kind of a witch's school, and there were all these girls who teased this one girl and always said that she was the worst witch because like she had a black kitten, I think, but she was like trying to be like really sweet to it and just different things, and everybody else was trying to be a witch and be kind of mean, you know, nasty, like you would think a witch should be. But anyway, it you know, it was a kid teen slash kind of movie, and that was my favorite for years and years. I still remember that movie very well. But then as far as scary movies, I grew up watching Nightmare on Elm Street, so that's kind of like an old classic. I started watching it like when I was, you know, 10, 11, 12 years old, watched it all the time at friends' houses, just love those movies, seen all of them several times. And then the original Saw movie is one of my all-time favorites too. The first couple of Saw movies were really good, and after that they just kind of got a little out of hand. Okay, moving on. Number 2, how much do you enjoy Halloween on a scale from 1 to 10? I would say a 6. I don't always dress up, but I love going to work and going out and about on Halloween, seeing other people dressed up. I enjoy seeing the kids get dressed up and have a good time, and we don't really get trick-or-treaters here, but in the past, you know, even as I was older, even like just an older teenager and young adult, when I was living at home and stuff, you know, we'd have kids come, you know, trick-or-treating to the house. You get to see them dressed up and give them candy and treats, and it was just always kind of a fun experience, so I enjoy the holiday. Favorite Halloween decorations. We don't do a lot of decorating around the house, but I guess what I tend to look for if I do pick up a little something here and there, it's like this little door hanger I showed you the other day. I like the sugar skull. I just like the look. I love all the colors, so I tend to go for that versus like I guess the scarier stuff. Okay, number 4, favorite Halloween candy. This is kind of a toss-up because chocolate anything pretty much. Chocolate mint, chocolate caramel, chocolate anything. But I also really do like candy corn. I haven't really had any this year, but I do like candy corn. Number 5, vampires or zombies. Okay, so in the past, you know, in the Twilight phase and all that, I definitely would have went with vampires, but zombies are kind of the big deal now, I guess, and being a big Walking Dead fan and all that, I'm gonna have to go with zombies. Number 6, what is your weird / odd fear? Now, because this says weird / odd fear, I didn't pick something like, okay, I'm afraid of spiders or losing the people I love. I mean, those are all realistic fears in my opinion. So I went with this one because this is something that has stuck with me forever. And that's someone trying to get in my car as I'm driving down the highway or down the road. When I was a teenager and just learning to drive, and a young adult, and actually I think even before I could drive, I remember I had a recurring dream where I was driving a white 4-door car, which I don't have. I have a red car, but I did at one point in my life have a white car, but I had the dream before that, and I'm going down like the freeway, the interstate, highway, whatnot, and a man was trying to get in my car. Now, I don't know how I'm speeding down a drive, you know, he's trying to get in there, and I think it had something to do with something I'd watched one time, kind of one of those Tales from the Crypt, or what are they called, creep show episodes or something, about a guy trying to get in the car and he kept trying to tell her, thanks for the ride, lady. You know, it was kind of like the same line he was saying over and over. I think it had a lot to do with that, but it freaked me out because I had it more than once, like probably more than a handful of times. It just like kept having it. So that was just kind of I don't know, it's kind of always in the back of my mind when I'm like driving down the street. If I see someone like on the side of the road, I like kind of always just, you know, make sure my doors are locked, that kind of thing. I don't know, it's weird. Okay, so number 7, what are you dressing up as for Halloween, or what would you like to go as? Well, I already told you the story. I had planned to go as a crazy cat lady, but that didn't happen, so I'm going as nothing. I just have on my little mint green Vital Care t-shirt, pistachio, whatever color this is, and my little black sweater, so I didn't dress up. So then number 8, favorite Halloween song. So I went with a classic and went with Thriller. I guess since they're dressed up and they do the little zombie dance and all that, it can be considered a Halloween song. It was on the list of Halloween songs that I kind of, you know, looked up when I was trying to figure out what a Halloween song would be, so I went with that. Let's see. Is Halloween your favorite holiday? Is number 9. Honestly, no. It would probably be my 3rd favorite, because first would be Christmas, and then let's be honest, second's gonna be my birthday, and then 3rd would be Halloween. Okay, number 10. Have you ever been somewhere that was haunted? If so, where? Well, I've been to the Temple Theater downtown in Meridian to concerts and movies and things down there, and they claim that it's haunted, but I've never had like a haunted experience there, but other people say that they have, so I guess that would count. Number 11, do you believe in ghosts? Yes. I don't know that I've ever seen one, but yes. Number 12, carving pumpkins or painting pumpkins? Carving pumpkins, because that's all I've ever done. I have yet to ever paint one, but I think painting would be fun. Number 13, what is your dream couple's costume? Now, I struggled with this, and really, I don't know that this answer would be really accurate, but I could not figure out what I wanted to pick for this, so I just said Danny and Sandy from Grease, because I just think it'd be kind of fun to dress up, you know, like in their little final scene, and they're like, not that I would ever wear that, but, you know, we're talking dream couple here, so, like, if I had the figure that, you know, Olivia Newton-John had in that movie, and I could get away with dressing up in them pants they practically had to paint on her, you know, and Justin could dress up like John Travolta, then that would be fun, you know, but, yeah, like it says, dream, so, yeah. Anyway, number 14, have you played with a Ouija board, and did it work? Yes, I did as a kid. No, it did not work at the time, but now that I'm older and understand what it's all about, what it means, and know a little more of the history, I would never touch it again. So, number 15, if you were dared to stay the night in a haunted house, would you do it? Probably. I don't know that I would do it 100% if I was by myself. I think I would like to have at least one other person to communicate with, or just to kind of have there. And then if there's money involved, a substantial amount of money, I think I would at least have to try, even if it was by myself. So I guess I would say probably. Okay, number 16. If the next costume you wore turned you into the character, who would you be? Now, I know that it says character and this is a real person, but I'm going to say it anyway just because I think it's fun. So I said Ronda Rousey because she's badass, she's in shape, she's pretty, and I just think it'd be a lot of fun because then I would be like in really good shape and I could kick your ass if you got on my nerves. So hey, A+ for that. Okay, so number 17. Would you go to a graveyard at night? Yes, and I have. Okay, 18. Halloween party or scary movie marathon? Okay, so there's a little part of me that wants to say party because, you know, I like to have fun, you know, with the next person. But then the realistic side of me says, girl, you know, you're going to be in your PJs, sitting at home, watching those scary movies with a bowl full of popcorn, your little Diet Dr. Pepper to the side. Yeah, that's probably more likely what would happen. But, I mean, that's not to say I've never been or would never go to a party. So, that's kind of a toss-up. Number 19. Which spooky Halloween pet would you have? A black cat, an owl, a wolf, a bat, or a rat? I would definitely have to pick an owl just because they are super cool. And then number 20, favorite fall food or snack? I picked 2 answers here because I kind of went with like a snack. I would say caramel apple with nuts. And then cornbread dressing and cranberry sauce as like an actual food item, which that's kind of getting into fall, getting into November, Thanksgiving kind of thing, which is coming up, and I'm looking forward to that. So there's your 20 questions for this Halloween tag. Hope you enjoyed this little video. Again, please feel free to tag yourself and do the video if you would like. Please comment below and let me know that you're doing it so I can be sure to check out your video and see your tag and all of your answers. Also, if you just want to comment below and tell me some of the answers to the questions, feel free to do that as well. If you haven't already, hit the little red subscribe down in here, and I will see you guys again soon. Bye guys. Happy Halloween.